No brains, like, no brains at all. Literally no brains. Hello everyone, and thanks for joining us on episode 15 of Frogs Hollow TV, brought to you again by our great partners TC Media and Rose & Sons Earth Moving. Wheelie, it's a bit chilly, but how are you, mate?
Yeah, mate, good. Yeah, recovery's going well, mate. Haven't been doing much.
Looking a bit better.
Yeah, looking a bit better, mate.
Yeah. Feeling it?
I'm still feeling it, mate. But yeah, get the neck brace off. Maybe next week if I get in to see the doctor, and we'll go from there.
5 weeks yesterday since it.
Yep. Since the big hallelujah off the big raptor.
And you're still with us. So another busy week for off-road racing in Australia, mate. So much going on. The Gascoyne Dash entries closed. They close tomorrow. The Loveday 4 entries open on Monday. They're coming in nicely. The 2022 Don River Dash entries open today with 85 entries in the first 2 hours. Wow, what an event that's going to be. Some big names on that list, including ours, really.
Yeah.
We ended today. It was a bit of a last minute thing, but we've tried the last 2 years. Obviously, COVID hasn't allowed us to cross the border, but the plan is to head up there for this year. Yep,
it'll be good. Over the weekend 4 hours, so it'll be good, mate. We'll have a week or so off and chill out with Sundays on the way home and have a bit of a party.
So now on our jam-packed show tonight, first up we'll bring you a full wrap of the 2022 Think Desert Race, as well as last weekend's Quitter-Line Carpentry 200 down there in South Australia in Port Germain, the McCosker's Contracting 100 at Mount Larkham, plus we'll also provide an insight into this weekend's Dong Dingalong Challenge at Kempsey, a big race wheelie on the calendar over there, and the Sequora hosted St George 288 Buster. We'll also preview next weekend's the ARB Town and Country Tyres, the Gap 440 down at Hillston. So much action wheelie. We'll be down at Hillston next weekend. Looking forward to that.
All drunk.
Can I have a few?
Oh yeah.
I might be a bit busy, but I can hand you the stubbies.
That's all you do. That's all that matters.
So again, before we start tonight's event previews, we'd like to say thanks to our amazing contributors for supplying the goods from the past few events. To Corey Aldridge, Jesse Barnes, Brent Martin, Cooper and Chris Weston, Bo Robinson, Shane Hutt, the whole OBR team, and also Brent Smoothie, who supplied the choppers for the incredible footage that we saw. You would have saw across social media the last week or two. It's great to have it on our show. To Clayton Chapman, Bryce Derrick, Christian Reach, and Zach Marsh, we thank you for the Mount Larkham GoPro action from the weekend. Awesome stuff. Looked like a super cool track. Very tree. Cool. Lots of trees, which always makes an interesting weekend.
It does, mate. Teach you how to drive.
And it was very dusty. Reports in Mount Larkham.
Dusty wasn't the word. You could see it. Jeez, bad.
And I would also like to acknowledge Paul Charlton, Michael Shipton, and Brett Lehman for their contribution from the Port Germain event last weekend. An amazing amount of support once again, Wheelie, and we, from us at Frogs Hollow TV, we
thank you all.
So into the Tats Think Desert Race for 2022, really. It was 149 starters, a crazy event. 82 finished down there and back, as they say. Speaking to lots of competitors and even guys that we knew that were on the side of the track as the event unfolded. The track was super fast.
I reckon they were awfully fast.
Very tough on machine, as you know, that extra speed when you're not, it just does a lot of things to the drive and the,
Yeah, it was I reckon it was a smooth track. Like Toby, mate, broke the record.
Well, now 36 going down.
That's
insane,
ridiculous, mate. It's insane. It's nearly, for him, about 98% throttle all the way.
Yeah. And he had the dream run, obviously.
Yeah, he had the dream run, mate. And sad about Josh, but anyhow.
Yeah.
OBR on that as well, mate. Very sad, but it's racing is the worst thing about it.
But as you said, Toby got down there so quick and he had that 5-minute gap, which basically for the team at Toby Price Motorsport got them in a position where it felt like it was theirs to lose. He knew he had to I don't say the word cruised home, but he had a nice comfortable run home, knowing that Aaron James, who, congratulations, finished second in his Illumicraft, but he knew that he had what he had to do, and he completed on.
And he
on
did,
Monday.
and if Aaron would have, like I said, would have got up behind him and they had to go around him, and I tell you, another 60
Would have been
k's,
on, yeah.
she would have been on big time.
So there was about, as I said, I think it was about 2.5, a bit over minutes between them over the end of the weekend, which it is close racing. We're talking nearly 500 kilometres in that terrain. Congratulations, Aaron James, mate. We'll see you at Hillston. You're an absolute legend. Great drive. But talking about great drives and talking about crazy pro-light competitors, Brent Martin in the Gymco, he was fourth there. He actually was third there 2019, and he's done it again. You'll see some in-car action of him down those whoop sections. He's turned into a formidable opponent at any race event. But
all I've got to say, he's got big kahunas, my friend.
he does.
Big kahunas.
He said, talking to him on social media, on Facebook, the week after the race, and he said he was probably the hardest he's ever drove a race car going down, knowing that that's the strategy these days. You got to get down as quick as you can and set yourself up for the run home. But
That's right.
he'll also be at Hillston, so I'm looking forward to seeing little Brenny go down there, and we wish them all the best. Also, multiple-time Think champs and father and son duo Shannon and Ian Wrench took the checkered flag in fourth outright, while Tyler and Max Owen in their Lumicraft finished the race fifth fastest, which I reckon they'll be driver of the weekend for me. I mean, they started in 16th position after the prologue. They got the Think fifth fastest. They had a flat tyre on the way home back to Alice and still finishing the top five. I mean, what a weekend.
Yeah, good weekend, mate. It is, mate. It just takes your hats off to them sort of fathers. They can just do it like
young Tyler is still relatively new to the sport, 4 or 5 years in.
Having a crack, mate, having a go, and then not giving up, going, oh, bugger it. Well, let's just get it changed. Let's just get up and we'll keep going.
That's full steam.
It is. It's full steam.
Top
it's
five
great.
Flat.
Top five, mate. Top five. Think for God's sake.
So now we move on to sixth place. It was Hayden Bentley and Viv Coe. They battled through day one. I think they had a pretty good run heading down. Obviously won their Extreme 4-Drive title. They finished just ahead of Jake and Kate Swinglehurst, who improved from their opening day up in the 7th outright at the end of the weekend. That puts them atop the OIC standings, which we've mentioned a lot on this show lately. But congratulations to Jake and Kate. I mean, first full season in the Gymco, campaigning the Australian Championship, and they at the halfway mark they sit pretty atop. That's a big effort.
It's a bloody big effort, Toby, and it's a big effort. But they've got a very nice car, but they're very nice people to sit down and have a yarn to them.
It's a good family too.
Just say hello to you, they're just a good family, mate.
Yeah.
Good family.
We wish them all the best as they tackle round 4 down at Loveday at the end of next month. We got the Brent Smoothie and Reese Burgess entry, another one of the Geyser Brothers trophy trucks. They moved into 8th outright. They're having a great year after a top 10 at Pooncarie. They finished ahead of Greg Gartner, who showed some incredible speed in the Fink on the Sunday. I mean, the man's a lunatic, the 2011 Fink champion. He dropped a few positions heading back. Unfortunately, he dropped down to 9th. He had some fuel issues. He thought that he ran out of fuel, but he found something else post-event. And North Queenslanders Kent Battle and Heath Lawson jumped 4 places on Monday to round out the top 10 at Fink in their Angry Element Prodigy. So I'm looking forward to seeing Kent Battle unleash the beast up there in Moranbah in a couple of weekends' time. I'm sure he'll be there. Ryan Taylor had a big drive on Sunday. 45th position he started. He moved up in the 20th. He had 2 flat tyres heading into Fink. A great weekend for him overall, despite those issues, to salvage some points for his AIC charge. He's dropped down to 2nd, but still hats off to Team Taylor.
Second, mate. He's
still in
the bit's still in his mouth.
Yeah.
Haven't pulled it out yet. So I tell you what, look out, Loveday. Yeah, he'll be there.
Yeah.
He'll be there.
And what I really like about Team Taylor, over the years I've noticed they're one of the last cars to enter a race, and Ryan was in the first 6 or 7 cars to enter Loveday, so look out, competitors.
Yep.
Because the man means business in 2022. Ali House, she had power steering drums going down, but she made it home around that 41st, 42nd. She didn't get any outright points, but I'm not 100% sure their plans for the rest of the season, but she's still a shot. Brett Comiskey drove into 3rd place in the championship battle. He finished 18th, which he prologue way down around 45th, 46th. So top 20 result was strong for him. We also saw Chris Pickett. He claimed the Production Tour drive title. John Wise got his side-by-side Sport Fink title for the first time, so congratulations to him. Simon Tucker was the last car home and the only Super 1650 to complete the event. I don't know the issue coming home, but I think he made it by about a minute. So He took home the Class
That's a
2
good
award.
drive, isn't it? Class 2.
Rod Visa claimed the Sports Light title. Peter Carr in one of the battles of the weekend. He was a couple minutes behind Jeff McNiven on the way down, and he overturned it and he flew home. He literally was, I think he was 20 seconds off breaking the 2 hour mark in a Can-Am, which is literally, I can't, not even words can describe how quick that is in a Can-Am when.
It's quick, mate. It's flat.
Yeah.
I mean flat.
Tony Waitley did say before the race that the 2 hour mark would be beaten in a Can-Am. It was 2 hours and 20 seconds flat, I think. So, congratulations to Peter Carr. It was an emotional victory for those guys out of Sydney, and Jeff McNiven home in second. We also saw Jodie Allen. She made 2 production 4-wheel drive wins in a row. Congratulations to Jodie, the FJ Cruiser. She just keeps on battling away. She got over Warren Luff, who didn't finish going down. And then our good old mate Jeff Pickering, he had suspension issues halfway back on the Monday, so he handed the win to Jodie and she said, see you later, Jeff, and I'll meet you down at Loveday, I suppose.
Yeah, I tell you what, it'll be a good little battle down there at Loveday with them, won't it? It'll be a close battle.
What I like about that is that Jodie Allen's yet to win the production 4-wheel drive title, but Jeff Pickering is now behind. And he was one of the first down to Loveday as well. So obviously Bernie will fix those little issues up, and they'll be there, mate. Good to see Jeff Pickering still doing what he loves the most. There was plenty of drama on day one, Derek, with many not arriving in the Fink, and also many arriving in the Fink way out of order from where they started, which is a big note for me. There were so many cars between that 10 to 20, 22 mark that didn't make it down.
And you're right, Tony, there was a lot of cars that took off. And they were in a good position, and you were, hang on. Yeah, and then you're waiting for it to come up, just leave it there. Then all of a sudden, they've gone through. Here they are. Geez.
It was hard to keep track of.
It was very hard to keep track.
So, Josh Howes, after a closer look, had experienced a flex plate issue. Peter Costello, Steve Graham had a big engine failure. Andrew Miles had a steering rack give way. Glenn Owen lost drive. Bo Robinson, of course, the engine. He was in a good spot. He was running about 2nd or 3rd in time. So bad luck there to Bo. Shane Ethelstone, engine dramas, Billy Geddes, Paul Wheel, Kai Floyd, Simon Evans, Matty Hanson, Gary Turnbull were just some other names that not make it down. On day 2, the attrition wasn't as bad, but Peter Simpson, Chris Coulthard, Toby Waitley, Jackson Evans, and Hannah Bentley were some of the names not to make the finish. So that's, I think it was a huge Fink wheelie. And any last words?
It was huge, Fink, and I tell you, mate, good on everyone that actually finished it, everyone that went down and had a crack at it.
It's a big event.
And hopefully, mate, we get to see them all again at Loveday. That's
also,
the plan.
Dave Walsh made it back to back in the bike section, so the local Alice Springs man got home.
It's good to see it. Like them bikes, they're mad.
2 wheels.
Yeah, they can have it.
So, all eyes now focus on the remainder of the 2022 racing season. But before we go any further, check out some more incredible action from the long weekend in Alice Springs. Quidaline Carpentry 200, which was hosted by the Spencer Golf Club down there at Port Germain. Ian Barkler's property in there. Looking forward to getting in there to you, mate, in a couple of months' time. It was round 3 of the ARB South Australian Off-Road Racing Association Multi-Club Series. There was 28 starters, with 15 of those completing all 230 kilometres of race distance in perfect conditions, despite a few big puddles, as you'll see with some of the picks, courtesy of Brett Lehman. After 12 19-kilometre laps and the withdrawal of overnight leader Luke Ersedge, who experienced some engine dramas early on Sunday, it was Daryl Nissen in his Saw Prolog machine who claimed a well-deserved 6-minute victory, Derek. And we mentioned him a lot in our previews. He's one of the veterans of the circuit down there. He competes at all the South Australian Multi-Club Series. I think he got a win last year, but it's good to see him back in the...
Oh, mate, it's good to see anyone that wants to have a crack like them. Them older fellas, mate, they're good to watch.
Good day.
Yeah, good
and
day.
they've been around. They were there when it all started.
Yep.
And
when the rules were simple and
a lot of things have changed in 20 years, haven't it?
Since I started racing, things have changed big time.
Things are changing in lots of directions. The father and son entry of Brenton and Matthew Galash continued their hot form, finishing second in their Chev V8 powered Southern Cross, ahead of Darren Oliver in only his third start in his Hayabusa powered tiny built Super 1650 machine, a further 4 minutes adrift. So it's awesome to see a Super 1650 buggy finish any podium in Australia, but to a tough event like that down in South Australia, it's a testament to Chris Byrne and his tiny built machine.
It is, mate. Like, I raced 1650 for a long time, and if you can get a win or get up on that podium, first, second, third, it's a bloody big effort. Even in the top 5, it's a big effort.
Yeah, it's they're an underestimated class, I believe. There's not as many as there used to be.
No, there's not, because people want to go faster now. Yeah. That's the problem.
The class 10s there as well.
Yeah, class 10s there.
Prolog campaigners Chris Johnson and Trevor Snow rounded out the Port Germain outright top 5, and congratulations both to those competitors. In the class battles, championship leader Nick Burt backed up his Ben victory in his rush truck with the Extreme two-wheel drive title and 6th outright. Jeff Brennan had a nice side-by-side pro class victory in his Can-Am. Ben Ersedge took home the Sportslight silverware, whilst Michael Shipton and Paul Chorlton, who you'll see some incredible in-car footage of during this segment, were the last vehicle to complete full distance in the production two-wheel drive class, despite losing a flat tyre on Sunday. So that wraps up our Quidaline Carpentry 200 wrap for 2022. Onto the McCosker's Contracting 100 wheelie, which was held on the weekend up at Mount Larkham, just a bit inland from Gladstone in central Queensland. It was round 4 the 2022 Mickey Thompson ARB Queensland Off-Road Championship. There was 51 starters and 33 of those finished all 7 laps. And
It's not a bad effort, it's a bloody good effort. How many cars finishing up there?
And what do you think of the weekend? So a few, didn't see many picks, but it looked fairly dusty in place.
Yeah, I saw a few little picks, mate. Looked dusty, it looked fun.
Everyone said it was a great track, and I know Mitchell Upton, who has he's got his own pro buggy machine. He finished 6th on his home track, which is a good drive. But the winner, Clayton Chapman, impressed you?
Yeah, it always impresses me, mate. Like I said, they tune me car and they look after that side of it, and yeah, mate, they
nice car that Razorback, and
yeah, it is.
And they got it dialed in.
They have got it dialed in, and don't worry, they do a lot of. They spend a lot of time in the cars up
other
there.
people's cars too.
Yeah, and then just remember, I just do one, and
yeah,
they do 62, but And Johnny Towers does the rest.
Yeah.
So it's bloody good.
And he had that 17-second victory over Christian Reach, who won at the Federal Short Course at the start of the season. So he's really leaping forward at Christian Reach. He was an unexpected winner at round 1. He had some issues at Gympie, but he's well in the championship hunt. Another big drive, and he held. I think he was leading Clayton by 0.45 of a second heading into the last 2 laps. So he's really sticking to the Chapmans. And then, as you said, Clayton, he got hold of young Stuart, the brother, up here at Mount Larkham, and we talked about that last week's show. But it was good to see Stuart Chapman get another finish, 3rd outright. I know he was stoked with it. And
I'll tell you what, he'd be still partying in his sleep.
In the single-seater Chenroth. Congratulations, Stuart. Another podium finish in the Queensland Championship. Christian Trews in his GQ Nissan Patrol. I mean, Derek, we've seen him in action before, the bright orange beast, Class 8, 4th outright. His 3rd outright at the event last year, but it's a weapon.
It's a weapon, and holy God, they drive the doors off.
But
they haven't got suspension like we've got. Like they're half of what we've got.
They've got the power.
But they've got the power, they just I don't know how they do it.
Yeah.
Like I used to do an old Class 5 and then we thought, oh God, why am I doing this?
But another huge weekend for those guys. He picked up the Class 8 silverware up at Mount Larkham. Last year's Queensland runner-up Richard Tazza made a consecutive 5th outright finishes while securing 2nd place in the hotly contested Class 6 fight. Tony Patterson claimed the Class 6S title. Brett Baker snagged Class 10. Stephen Kill in his Holden, Colorado Chev-powered machine crossed for Class 4 honours. Darren Angel, Class 1. Mark Andrew, Class 2. Young Amber Topfer was impressive in a Class 7 machine. Caton Long, Class 6-6, and Matthew Reid, Class 11, were the other victors there at Mount Larkham. Another great Queensland event, really, and they now move their attention on to Moranbah in a few weeks, which, we'll be up there back on the mic and look forward to getting up to the...
Yeah, it'll be good. Hopefully
the newest town in Queensland.
And a good town to go with.
Bit of a party vibe, as they say, on the route across the weekend. Previews for the next fortnight, and this weekend is the St George 288 Buster up there in beautiful St George. It's a different track and location what we raced at in March for the OIC event. I believe they got about 15 kilometres on the Saturday and a 30 kilometre track on the Sunday. So apparently it's going to be really fast, really cool circuit.
And give credit to it. You got to give credit to their Queensland fellas, mate.
They love racing.
And if they've got a property and they can get on it, they'll host it. It's just, and that's how it should be.
Yeah. Credit to Tony Bryce, I know Kim Barber, those sort of guys. Just huge amount of work done behind the scenes. Michael Napier highlights the list for me. His Chev-powered Illumicraft. He had to have a drama-free run in that vehicle since he took it over from Andrew Ryan, one of the Griffith competitors. But I think he'll be one to beat on the list.
I think Naps found the problem. Like found it when it was only the sensor, and I think if Naps keeps together and has no dramas, I think he'll come away with the podium there.
Yeah, I think there's about 40 entries. I've only seen the list got about 25, but we'll go through those. Jimco campaigners Jason Keane and Matty Lawless will be there for St George Buster runs. Dan McKenzie in his trophy truck will be one to watch. David Lohman, Richard Tazen, Luke McNichol, and it's good to see young Lincoln Taylor, who will be lining up in his Polaris in the side-by-side sport class.
Yes,
and Father Clayton will be beside him. And I don't think they'll be going as fast as Ryan will be going at the end of the month at Love Day, but we wish Link all the best.
Yeah, I do wish him the best. They're steering well.
Yeah.
And they're having a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah.
So
Good to see. So your tip, you're going to go with Naps?
yeah, I'm going to go with Naps.
I'm going to go a bit of the side. I'm going to go Richard Tazen. He does a lot of racing. We first met Richard at Mulgowie when we nearly got burnt out there a couple of years ago. Another good team with his wife there. And yeah, I think Richard Tazen, he's come off a couple of top fives in Queensland. I think he could take his form in and run for the checkered flag. So now on to this weekend, Dong Dingalong Scott's Hydraulics Off-Road Challenge held over at Kempsey. Round 2 of the 2022 New South Wales Off-Road Championship. We have 38 confirmed entries. 7-time champion King of Don Dingalong Justin Guy is hopeful to lead the field. He was heading for the dyno tomorrow night. So not 100% sure if he'll make the trip, but I think it'll be my tip if he makes the green flag.
If Jug gets there, gets a green flag, he's definitely got it. Got another bloke's been talking up for a couple of months, JJ Rose.
Yeah.
Talking up, he's got Doug Millen's old car. So he's been
Got a
talking
bit of
up.
pressure on.
Got a bit of pressure on. He reckons he's got the stuff, so let's see if he's got the goods.
You're putting a bit of pressure on.
Put a bit of pressure on him, mate.
Well.
He reckons he's got it, so we'll just
It's
see
the only way to
him.
perform, mate.
Bloody
A
hell.
bit of pressure on
Bit of
the
pressure.
shoulders. With that round 1 champion from Colo, Glenn Spears on the field, who will be at Hillston next weekend. There are many outright chances. Tom Dixon was second there last year. He's a big chance. I think Dave Chandler's had a good run at Don Dingalong before. He's a red hot go in the Jimco. Mick Lattimore, Brendo Turner, I think is a real threat.
Yeah, Brendan's going over. He's having a crack.
Yeah, he'll be quick there too.
Yeah, he'll be quick.
He'll be consistent. A good friend of yours, Derek Tate Svensson's making the trip down from Brisbane.
Yeah, they sort of shocked when I got told that. I thought,
A bit of
yeah,
a
right.
run.
Had to go and crash my motorbike and bloody hurt myself, didn't
Yeah, no, he'll be another one. I'll
Yeah.
tell you what, talking about someone that drives the doors off it.
I? And
he
just
will.
and on the limiter.
Scotty McNeil, Darren Williamson, Brendan Hill, and Phil Lovett, who's been in the outright lead there before. He's a big chance. Also, Sportsman and Super 1650 buggies entered for the weekend. It's great to see Warren Barron, Richard Wilton, Riley Wilson, Darren Perrin, Steve Harris, Tim Battle. Yeah, it's just going to be a great event.
Mate, it'll be a great little event. And it's dried out over there, and apparently they reckon it's, the rain's sort of holding off and no storms. They reckon the track's looking bloody.
Fast racing, they said.
They reckon the track's looking really good,
Yeah,
eh?
so they've
Really
got to work
good.
on the track. So now wheeling on the big one next weekend, round 2 of the 2022 ARB Australian Championship.
Yep.
And we'll be down there at Hillston on a property owned by Jay Mitchell's family. Just outside of the township. He'll be navigating for Matthew Burrows.
Yes.
But hosted by the Griffith Off-Road Club. I can't wait to get down for this one.
It'll be fun, I reckon, Tobe. It'll be different too. It's in a different location.
First
I've been
time
to-
there.
I've been to
Down the
Hillston there. That's where I bought the excavator and my first truck from,
Yeah.
actually, and it's a nice
I reckon
town.
it's a good vibe.
Yeah, very good
Yeah.
vibe down there.
Yeah.
Very good
And
vibe.
obviously the track's moved from Andy Ryan's
Yep.
place, which was at Stackpool. And there's about 55, 56 confirmed competitors. So it'll be a good field, but it's a quality field,
Yes.
which is always good.
Yep.
2018-19 Stackpool champion in North Queensland at Talbot Cox headlines the field for me in his Toyota-powered race engineering machine. Round 1, Rainbow 480 victor Brent Martins, fresh off a third outright at Fink. And
Yep.
also, he was the champion over at round 1, Rainbow ARB Big Desert 480 victor Brent Martin. He's fresh off his victory, third outright at Fink only a month ago. So he's a definite threat at Hillston in his Jimco. And it'll be good to see where he sort of rolls out of that big performance at Fink and
just settles it down a bit into a sort of not so much of a pressure
it's
race.
more of an endurance race.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Well, everyone says Fink's turned into that just
It is.
hell of a level. It's full on now.
Full on. You got to make sure everything's right.
But now Hillston, he's got 5 laps in a hard 80-kilometre circuit, so the tactics do change.
They do.
Fink runner-up Aaron James will be a formidable force again in his Lumicraft. He was superb up in Alice Springs, and I expect him. I'm pretty sure he's going to run single-seater again, what I believe. So he'll be one to watch. Multiple-time Australian ARB champion Danny Brown in his Nissan-powered Lumicraft. He was second at
Mm.
the Rainbow event in April. Only a flat tyre probably cost him the win, and he's your
Yeah,
tip.
he's my tip. I think if Danny can hold it together and he'll have no dramas,
The speed of that
just
thing.
the
is
speed of that
incredible.
thing, and just I think he'll be there. He's my pick of it.
Yeah.
Like if he has no dramas, he's definitely my pick.
Greg Gartner will lead the trophy truck brigade in his Geyser
Yep.
Brothers truck. He'll be
Yep.
awesome to watch. His son Ben's competing as well, so there'll be 2
Yep.
Gartner trucks. And I expect him for big things as well. I reckon Ben could push for that top 5, top 6 finish.
Oh, easy.
So he's going to be one to watch in the future. 2019 Griffith runner-up Mick Marson will make his way down from Barnes. So it'll be good to catch up with him. I know he's got a lot on his plate with the Don River and stuff, but they've also got their trip to America post Don River, so it'll be good to catch up with Mick. Brad Chasemore, locals Jason Richards, Steve Bowie Graham, Pooncarie Desert Dash winner from last year, Robert Plant, will roll out in ex-Terry Rose Jimco. So
It'd be good to catch up with him. It'd be good to see it, actually. I'm looking forward to that.
He'll be one to watch. And also a good mate of yours and ours on the show, Tony Fallar will make the trip down from the
Tone's coming down from up at the Sunshine Coast.
It'll be his first sort of national sort of event for a number of years outside of Gundawindi. He's had a couple of quieter years. So it'll be good to see Tony, and I presume that Gary's going to hop in the silly seat.
Yeah, well, he the last time 62 was up there, they were dying over the trouble, but they reckon they've got it sorted.
Yeah.
And
We had a good run over at Dalby.
He
so
did.
Don't worry, he's quick.
He's quick.
He's quick, yeah.
He's loose.
So we plan to ride down there next Thursday, get a feel, have a look around Friday before the action gets to 1. So if you see us down there, come and say good day.
Come say hello.
We've got
A
a few things planned, a few interviews, and hopefully, it'll be a busy weekend, but we look forward to it. So that's a wrap on tonight's show. We'll, as I said, see you all at Hillston next Thursday. Stay safe, everyone, competing at Kempston St George this weekend. And more importantly, stay tuned for the next episode of Frogs Hollow TV. Cheerio.
Cheers.